welcome to Lilybug's Library. My name's Linda, and today we're on day 18 of our Advent tea calendar. I did have a little technical difficulties, so I have already opened day 18 and made the tea, but I'll show it to you. So it was this little scarf, and then the tea is called the Mantilorian, and it contains green tea, peach, ginger, apple, rosehip, hibiscus, chamomile, and jasmine. So it's got a lot of different things in it, and the tea itself is a little bit peachy, kind of a peach pink color. And I'll tell you about the tea more in a moment. I'm just going to talk a little bit today about some books that I bought for my Kindle, and no particular genre or anything. I was just kind of scrolling through Amazon and purchased a few books. So the first one was The Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna, and haven't read that particular one of hers, but it sounded interesting. It's about two sisters, Meredith and Nina, and they're called back home to their father's side because he's dying. And their mother, her name is Anya, and she's from Russia. And apparently, she's kind of cold. She's not really the touchy-feely type of mother, so she's not really giving them a lot of support. And their father makes them promise before he dies that they're going to go with Anya to Russia, to Leningrad, and that's where she was born, and kind of learn more about her. And so they do what he asks, and apparently, whatever they learn is some secret so terrifying that it just kind of blows the lid off everything. So that'll be interesting. Can't wait to see where that goes. The next one is by one of the queens of fiction, Barbara Taylor Bradford, and I have actually never read anything of hers, surprisingly. But this one is called Dangerous to Know. So it's about this. It seems like it's maybe not timelines, but two storylines that come together. So one of them is Meredith Stratton, who's a successful businesswoman, but then she gets struck by some kind of mysterious illness, and she thinks that it's somehow related to her past. So she goes to see a psychiatrist to try and get this all straightened out. And then somewhere else, there's actually a journalist named Vivian Trent who is trying to solve the murder of her ex-husband, who was a philanthropist and a millionaire, and apparently, didn't have any enemies, and all those things, right? So she's trying to solve that. So somehow the two come together. I'm not sure whether Meredith is going to turn out to be, involved in this somehow, but we'll see. And then the third one was called The Final Diagnosis, and it's by Arthur Haley. And he's another like longtime author that I feel like maybe I've read one of his like 20 years ago, but I don't remember which one. And I know he's had, success with turning some of them into movies, which, I've watched the movies, but don't know if I've actually read the books. So we'll give this one a try. So it starts out, it's about Dr. Kent O'Donnell, who is, a really good surgeon. He becomes chairman of the board of this hospital, and it's kind of a rundown hospital that really needs kind of, fixing. And so he starts out doing that, but one of the people that is a doctor in the hospital, apparently he's not really on board with it, and hasn't really, kept up on the latest techniques and things, but they can't get rid of him because I guess he's bringing in money. So they need to be able to keep him, but they also need to be able to handle him. And so it's a story all about this doctor O'Donnell, who's trying to fix this hospital. So anyway, it sounds like it could be interesting. And then we got two more. I'll take a little sip of my tea here. So I will tell you the tea is really good. It's very peachy tasting. I think that's the overwhelming taste I have. Wouldn't mind maybe a little more cinnamon just to give it I guess more of that fall winter sort of flavor, but still very good. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. So I really liked it. So the next one is an Aurora Tea Garden mystery by Charlene Harris. Charlene Harris, I think it's pronounced Charlene, and it's called Read Murders. And this one kind of drew me in for a couple of reasons. One, it takes place in Lawrenceville, Georgia, where I have extended family, and and I've been there, so that's kind of interesting. And the other reason is I think, and I could be totally wrong with this, but I think Charlene Harris is the same author that did the Sookie Stackhouse series, but I'm not positive. So I haven't Googled it to find out. Um, you know what? We could ask Alexa. Okay, let me try. Alexa, Alexa, what's the author that wrote the Sookie Stackhouse series?
Good morning, Lynn. The Sookie Stackhouse books were written by Charlene Harris.
It is the same one. All right. So that's interesting. So I have read some of those quite a few years ago. So anyway, I'm interested to see how these ones stack up, so to speak. So with this one, Aurora Tea Garden is a member of the Real Murder Society, which is some crime enthusiasts that kind of look into murders, historical murders. So that's all going along great until she ends up coming across a body who's positioned in such a way that it's going to be just like the murder they're discussing that evening. So she knows something's going on. So now it's up to them to figure out, what this copycat murder is doing and, what's going on with it. So I think that'll be really good. Um, and then the last one I chose was Curiosity Thrilled the Cat by Sophie Kelly. And we just talked about this one a couple of videos ago. This was on my list of 24 series to start in 2024. So I won't, go on again about the details of the book, except to say that it had 2 cats that kind of drew me in. Owen with catnip addiction, and Hercules, who has a fondness for Barry Manilow. That cracks me up every time. And so something happens at this Wild Rose Summer Music Festival, and someone ends up dying, and it's up to her and her cats to find out what happened. So all books that sound great. Didn't spend a lot on them. I think maybe the most expensive might have been $5.99. So just a few to add to the Kindle for this coming year. Excited to get to those, and we'll see how it goes. So the rest of the day, I'm still kind of wore out from yesterday at the mall, and things are aching a little more. So I'm just gonna kind of rest some. I have some family coming over later, so spend time with them. Laundry, there's always laundry, so that'll be the other thing that gets done today. Still haven't got our tree up. We're still working on it. Haven't even got it up from downstairs yet. So soon, soon. Wonderful husband tells me now it has to stay up till at least January 6th because we're so late putting it up. So, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, hope you're having a good day, and hope that you have managed to get ready for the holidays and are on track, and still can find time for a cup of tea or a coffee and a little rest today. All right, talk to you soon, friends. Bye bye.